I've spent the last 13 years training lawyers, bankers and execs in the City of London. People that are at the top of their game professionally, but not always physically. This video is 10 lessons that I have learned from working with those people. They're not hacks, they're systems and principles to help you lead a better, more balanced life. If you're wanting to stay strong, sharp and focused, this video is for you. Lesson 1 is your body knows what you've been up to. The people that I work with that have made it to the top of their profession have made big sacrifices, usually themselves. Stress, poor sleep, bad diets and a lack of exercise have a tendency to show themselves eventually. So trying to find a workout routine that is going to fit your life and not be in constant conflict. You don't need to be doing 3 hours of intense workouts in the gym, but it needs to be something you can start now and progress with over time. Lesson 2 is strength is a great anchoring habit. When someone is lifting consistently, everything improves. One woman I trained had said that she struggles with getting up the escalator at Banks tube station. And in fairness, that tube station is quite a long escalator. Nobody that I have ever trained has complained that they were too muscular, too strong, or too flexible. It's not just about aesthetics, it's also about reclaiming some control over your body. Lesson 3 is walking is a superpower. In the city, lots of people are quite stressed and also don't get enough steps. Making sure that you get a walk each day is the opposite of that. It really helps you get away from the desk, maybe spark some new ideas, and just give some time back to yourself. Lesson 4 is quality of sleep improves everything. If you're under-recovered, sleep is the most important missing link. Training, fat loss, stress reduction, sleep is the missing link in the puzzle. Do you have links in puzzles? The missing piece in those puzzles. I've even got a study here, and I don't like to be science man. Better sleep helps improve the amount of fat loss that you have. Sleep is really important. Lesson 5 is time is the problem. Everybody can make time. And I guess there is a grain of truth in that. One thing that has to happen is that you start to carve out time in your schedule for yourself. Now, this is a really hard thing to do because you have to make the sacrifice of the short term for the long-term improvement. But people who are more strict see the most improvements long term. Number 6, women should do strength training. Women have been told for so long that smaller is better. One of the most impactful things that I've done, that what they're capable of is much more important than just what they look like. Resistance training isn't an optional thing to add in. It should be the focus of your training for men and women. It's your best ally for joint health, bone density, muscle mass, and more confident. Lesson 7 is you can't run forever. If you keep on that trajectory, life is just going to sit you down and say, hold on, buddy. Sleep, nutrition and stress are all interconnected. If you are always in a state of fight or flight, fat loss stalls, motivation dies and your focus dips. Lesson 8 is that the goal is progress, not perfection. Nobody that we train here is wanting to win bodybuilding awards or go on to run 100 meters in 12 seconds. Real progress is made by stacking lots of little wins over a long period of time rather than having periods of perfection. Lesson 9 is about goal setting. If you don't know what it is you'd like to achieve, it's impossible to know that you've achieved anything. And when we meet people for the first time at the studio, they have the same goals, which are to tone up and lose weight, which are fine enough goals, but they don't really lead to any performance-related information, your KPIs. And also, you want to see some progress. If your desire is to lose body fat, then not knowing what your body fat is at the beginning seems like a bit of a missed opportunity. Lesson number 10 is your habits are either going to pay or they're going to cost you. If you've made it this far, hopefully some of the last bits have resonated with you. The key from all of these things is about building those habits into your life so that you improve the quality of your life. Really, all of the lessons showcase just how important it is to not focus on perfection or hacks or shortcuts and try to focus on how to incorporate these things into your life long term. Because very often we see people set out with the ideal goal with the ideal plan that just is in conflict with their actual life. This is your opportunity to make a difference for yourself. And by doing that, you're making a difference for the people that matter around you, whether that's people at home, people at work, or somewhere in between. But the gap between too late and the best shape of your life is actually way closer than you probably think it is. You might be saying, I should have started this 20 years ago. And yeah, I mean, I'm 36 now. If I'd started Olympic weightlifting when I was 16, I'd be less crap, you know? Fundamentally, it doesn't matter that you should have started before, because this is the youngest you will ever be, and probably the most important time for you to make a difference is now. I think actually it's your obligation to yourself and the people around you to make a difference for yourself. If you are looking to take control of your training, then I've put a little link in the description, and you can email me and come down to the studio and we can do a training session together. And if you don't live anywhere near me, which is possible because this is the World Wide Web, why don't you put in the comments what you've been struggling with? And if I fixed that thing that you're struggling with, I'll make a video and I'll tell you how I fixed it. And if I haven't fixed that thing, we can complain about how hard that thing is, and then we can fix it anyway. Sound helpful?